turnout here. How are you? Sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Director. Jimmy. Hi, everybody.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here this morning to talk about the future of public safety in Arizona. As you've seen over the last number of years, the population continues to grow, workloads continue to increase. However, through the economic downturn, much of Arizona law enforcement public safety has increased their workloads, but staffing has decreased. The pay and the dollars coming into public safety has made it difficult for retention and recruitment of our employees. With the governor's economic package for public safety in Arizona, we think that most of these problems will become lessened over the number of years, and we will continue to grow. We have seen an incredible amount of support from this governor and from the Arizona State Legislature over the last 4 years. If you look at the efforts of the Arizona Border Strike Force over that time period, our drug seizures have skyrocketed to numbers that we've never seen. And for many of you, when you look at those seizures, you see pounds or you see kilos, but inside those, we in public safety see human lives. We see lives that are either saved or they're not changed negatively forever. It's an amazing time of economic growth and prosperity, and with that we need increased public safety to make Arizona the safest place to live and also one of the greatest places to live.
The early mornings, the late evenings, the weekends, holidays, Christmas Day, our brave men and women are on patrol in our communities, inside our state prisons, and away from their families. They serve and protect Arizona so that we can live in comfort and safety, and they deserve our support in words and actions. I want to thank the Arizona State Troopers Association for being here, and I also want to thank the Arizona Police Association and the Arizona Fraternal Order of Police for being here and for their advocacy on behalf of correctional officers in our state. The work these men and women do is tough, and too often it's thankless. Today, Arizona says thank you for your commitment, dedication, and sacrifice to the state. Today we are here with your leaders, DPS Director Colonel Frank Milstead, Director at the Department of Corrections Chuck Ryan, and Jeff Hood, Director at the Department of Juvenile Corrections, to once again pledge our support to you and your families. This year, Arizona's budget will be balanced with targeted investments in our most critical priorities. And who is more critical to invest in than the brave heroes who sacrifice so much? I'm proud to say that our executive budget includes $74 million as part of an enterprise-wide public safety compensation package that is largely focused on recruiting and retaining our troopers and correction personnel. Also joining us today are Director Kara Christ from the Arizona Department of Health Services and Greg McKay, Director at the Arizona Department of Child Safety. It's because our investments this year will also extend to approximately 40% of the state workforce, including the salaries of critical security and health professionals at the Arizona State Hospital. And we're providing increases for our hardworking caseworkers keeping kids safe at the Department of Child Safety. These raises are not only beyond well-deserved, they are needed to ensure that we are able to continue to recruit and retain the highest quality individuals for these crucial positions. I look forward to working with the legislature in the coming days to deliver on these raises. With that, I want to say thank you once more to all law enforcement all across our state. We are grateful for your service.
Good morning. I'm Captain David Bird, President of Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge 32. On behalf of the Fraternal Order of Police, I want to thank everyone for being here to discuss this issue of great importance to us. To the more than 9,000 Arizona law enforcement professionals we represent, along with all other law enforcement in this state. Arizona State Troopers, correctional officers, and law enforcement personnel put on the uniform every day because we care and we have a calling to serve and protect the citizens of Arizona. These troopers and officers put their lives on the line every single day, dealing often with the most difficult and tragic of circumstances. And they do this with the utmost professionalism and commitment, regardless of whether or not there's someone to say thank you. But today, Arizona is saying thank you, and in a big and very meaningful way. After more than a decade of stagnant pay, the money earmarked for raises is a big step in addressing this issue, and Governor Ducey has followed through with his commitment to public safety here in Arizona. On behalf of the Fraternal Order of Police, I want to reiterate how grateful we are that the hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence by state law enforcement is being recognized and actively supported by Governor Ducey in this state. As you heard Governor Ducey say, these pay raises are critical for several reasons. It'll help us recruit the best possible talent in new troopers, officers, and staff. It'll help us retain experienced and seasoned veterans, and it'll help us keep our troopers and officers safe as they serve and protect, so they can more ably do their jobs to keep us all safe. So now comes the time to get this passed. The budget has been presented, and now Arizona State troopers and correctional officers are counting on lawmakers to follow through and turn this plan into action. We are grateful for Governor Ducey's commitment and focus on public safety, and Arizona State troopers and DPS employees recognize and are thankful to DPS Director Colonel Milstead for his steadfast leadership. Thank you again for prioritizing the needs of Arizona law enforcement, and we look forward to seeing this budget signed into law. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Kara Christ from the Arizona Department of Health Services. And the Department of Health Services may not be the first agency that you think of when you think of public safety. However, we operate the Arizona State Hospital, which ensures the safety of our patients and communities by providing inpatient care and treatment to Arizona's highest acuity and most vulnerable behavioral health patients in the highest and most restrictive level of care in the state. Our direct care team, made up of behavioral health technicians, nurses, and security officers at the Arizona State Hospital, is essential for ensuring the safety of our patients, our staff, their visitors, and the communities. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they serve as the front line of the hospital and are an active part of the treatment team, providing continuous patient care, supervision, interaction, and role modeling to patients, and are directly responsible for their everyday safety. However, this high acuity of patients, along with the strict regulatory environment that is required for a secure psychiatric facility, rapidly leads to staff burnout and fatigue. The raises for our direct care staff, along with the rest of the public safety positions throughout the state, will allow the state to compete to recruit highly qualified individuals, retain our trained and skilled experts, and improve and increase employee engagement and morale. I appreciate all that our Arizona State Hospital team, our law enforcement, our child safety, and our correctional partners do to keep our families and our communities safe, and want to thank Governor Ducey for valuing their contributions. Thank you.